It's called the change and dreaded by many, but there's no need to fear it. Perimenopause and menopause are natural life changes that need to be discussed and talked about a little bit deeper. Sally Thibault is joining us now. You're author of Strong, Clear, and Unapologetic Mid-Life Reimagined, and I think we could all use that. But first, I just wanted to say congratulations.
Thank you so much, Jen.
Because, well, on your book, but also you're a brand new grandma, and Alyssa Thibault, one of our beloved reporters, is your daughter, and she's off on an important assignment now.
She is, yes, looking after my granddaughter. That's very important.
Exactly, and just goes to say that life changes.
Yes.
Life moves on, even if you're going through the change right now.
Yes.
So I guess, why did you want to write this book?
Do you know, Jen, this was the book I wish I'd had when I was going through this. There are a couple of things that I didn't realise about this change. Number one, it can last between 10 and 14 years. We think in terms of menopause as, you know, hot flushes and brain fog, but it's much more than that. And number two was that we go through such transformational change in that time period, and we don't talk about it. We tend to focus on the physical aspects of it, but not actually what happens to us as women. And 51% of the population are going to go through this. But up until now, very few people have talked about it. In fact, you know, I talked to many women who had no idea. Their mothers didn't talk to them about it. There was no information available. So the book was really about my journey and how I got through it when there was no information. And I felt often gaslit and ignored. But, you know, I'm the type of person that kind of won't accept the status quo. And so I figured out what needed to work for me. And that's what the book is about.
And you do have years, not just personal experience, but years of advising women, life coach, etc. And so I guess, why aren't we talking about this?
I don't know. I think for many women, and especially when I deal a lot of women leaders, women in corporate, they don't want to admit it. They don't want to talk about it because it's often seen as the end, when in fact menopause is actually the beginning. And what I love for me personally, and I know many women that I work with, is that it's the beginning of a whole new you. I'm going to be 70 this year, and I still think that's bizarre.
You look great.
What the heck? But I'm going to be 70 this year, and so it's how I want to live for the rest of my life that's important. And that's the wonderful thing about the change we go through. We are not the same women we become as we were at the beginning of this. You know, and I think when, especially when you're the type of woman who's always had things kind of in control. There's things that happen to you, like brain fog, and feeling like you're going crazy. I remember one day I was in a board meeting, and one of the board members just asked me a simple question about a marketing strategy, and I just went blank and burst into tears. And like, nothing says crazy than sitting in front of 8 middle-aged men and you're crying just so because you can't remember what the marketing strategy is. And I'd gained 20 pounds. Now, I've been in the fitness industry a long time. At that time, I'd been in the fitness industry 25 years. I could not diet and exercise my way out of this. Everything was changing. The way I viewed life was changing. And for me, it was very much about, who am I now? I don't recognise this woman I was. And so that's when I had to look at this more esoterically. What were my beliefs now? All of a sudden, I didn't care about things I had cared about. I didn't care what people thought about me.
That is a beautiful thing.
It's wonderful. And that's what makes women, midlife women, so good at this time. But it's often we experience what they call menopausalization, where older women in their sort of 50s and 60s are often overlooked for career advancement. But they themselves, unless you know what's happening, you can honestly think you're losing it.
Well, thank you so much for coming in and bringing your book. Now, I know it says not for resale on there, but that's because it's literally fresh off the presses. If people would like to pick up a copy of it,
yes,
where can they do that?
They can head to Amazon.com and pick up a copy right now. It will be available this week.
Fantastic.
You know, some things don't always go according to plan, right?
Life, that's how life goes.
So that'll be available this week. But if you head to Amazon, look up Strong, Clear, and Unapologetic, be able to order.
I did get a chance to take a look at it. There's lots of good tips just to think about your diet, brain health, body health. Thank you so much for coming in today. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you for having me,
Sally
Jen.
Thibault.
Thank you.
And for a full list of Palmas picks, you can check out our website at globalnews.ca/palmaspicks. And if you have a suggestion, as always, send us an email at weekendmorningshow@globalnews.ca.